Hi guys, it's Tuesday and I have another free flow Wednesday for you for the Crafty Maven Getaway. And if you want to check them out, they are on Facebook as Crafty Maven Getaway Destination Group, and I'll have information on how you can find them in the link that I share in the description bar. And I am just kind of going to town with this background paper from Elle Studio, Live, Laugh, Love collection, and it's actually called Floral, but I use the B side because I have a tendency to do that for backgrounds. And I thought it was very appropriate because it looks kind of like a grid or a fence or something to me. And we were in Michigan at Tiger Stadium, and it's kind of a funny story, and I did want to share it, so I thought this background paper went well. Normally I don't go for a wonky grid like that, but it fit the situation in many ways. So I'm just backing the paper with some of my scraps, and those are from various collections and some frames that I had pulled into my I believe those are from my stash actually. So I'm starting to get the hang of zoom in and out on my video camcorder that I've had forever. You'd think that I would have that down, but I've got a new setup, and as you can see on the background, I've got this beautiful wood grain that I am in love with, and I need to share how I made this tabletop. So, and it's very light and portable. And if you follow my Instagram or Cheeky's Instagram, I did mention how I made it and how portable and light it is and just easy cleanup and everything. But I'm going to do a separate video on that. I do have some vellum that I've taped up to my camcorder, and it is blowing in the wind there, so I'm sorry for that distraction. I need to pull it down. It was to diffuse light, and I'm just going to have to break down and get some of those light umbrellas to diffuse the light, because all the little tips and tricks on the cheap I've been trying are not working. So I am going to fix that. But with the layout, I did just dig into my stash, and even the cut angled blue little flowers at the top and the bottom were literally already cut that way and thrown into my scraps. So I did, I think I pulled, oh, I know where I got these. Okay, so it's coming back to me. I did like 5 layouts in one day on Sunday. So I do remember this is, so I took this huge box, and I need to do I need to do a video on it as well. I had this, I had citrus twist kits for many, many years, and I just discontinued with them because, you know, I got my own kit club. So I took a bunch of my old ones that were basically bare bones or I had not used, and I threw them all into this huge box, and I pulled everything that you see here from those kits that I had combined. So these are probably a good year, maybe a year and a half, probably a year and a half of citrus twist products. Or Kit Club. I guess they're not all citrus twist products, but this, now normally I don't scrapbook, you know, I scrapbook everything, but this one that says blah and meh and ooh and all that, I was like, I don't know how I'm going to use that, but this was actually the perfect layout, because when Bab and I went to Michigan, his parents, like his dad is big into sports, and he watches golf and sailing and baseball, and he's just a sports nut. He's not very he's not like an aggressive Texan type rawr sports guy. He's more of a kind of laid back. He's older, of course. But he's passionate about sports, you can tell. So his mom is always trying to figure out how to entertain us, which I wish she would just kind of relax and not work so hard at it, because I can tell it stresses her out. So they bought us tickets to go to the Detroit Tigers game. So we went to Tiger Stadium, which is also called Comerica Stadium. And the stadium was beautiful. I mean, they had these huge statues of tigers that I'm like, wow, I'm not sure how the building is supporting that, but that was super cool. But if you know, Bab and I, we don't like sports. We don't like sports at all. I mean, he'll watch a hockey game because he grew up in Michigan, but it's not like he's looking for a hockey game or tunes into a hockey game or anything. Like, if it's on at a restaurant, he'll look up at it. He doesn't keep up with the score. He doesn't have a like hockey team, and then he likes street cars, race cars, stuff like that, but it's not like he's tuning into NASCAR. He's never asked to go to the racetrack here in Fort Worth. I mean, we're not sports people at all. We're music people, we're computer technology people, we're car scene people, we're creative arts people, we're travelers, but just the worst thing they could have planned for us is taking us to a baseball game, and that's exactly what they did. Now, this was like last July, so fortunately it's not hot there in July like it is here. So if it gets up to 90 degrees there, they are melting, and it's kind of entertaining. But it was beautiful weather, and they had these huge, like, I was really impressed with the food venues, like at the Tiger Stadium. It's a really lovely, I grew up in the event industry, so my dad ran a bunch of event venues, and in the Dallas area, which were quite large. So I have been to every concert and event you can possibly imagine. And I'm super impressed with the amount of food, and like, not just hot dogs, but this is like a picture of these Mediterranean nachos that his dad got, and Bab had a few, and it looked amazing. It was like legitimate, shaved lamb and some tzatziki sauce and cucumber, and it was over nachos. It was very interesting. So I had to take a picture of that. So one of the little cut apart labels at the bottom says "at the table." And I did end up adding these alphas to spell out Tiger Stadium. And so you can see some of the other labels say "I can do this" and "meh" and "blah" and "game on." And that one blue one says "more than ordinary," because that is way out of our norm. And it's so funny because Bab is so big, he does not fit in the stadium seats. So he was literally squeezed into this stadium seat like a sardine. And I have another picture of him with this look on his face that is absolutely priceless. So it was an adventure, to say the least, but we got through it. So I'm pretty sure between Bab and I, we can get through anything together. So here is a close-up. I have rambled on as usual. So hopefully it was entertaining for you to watch or to listen, either one. Bab is out of town this week, so I'm doing some Insta stories, live feeds on Instagram, and some live feeds on Facebook. I thought I would scrap and chat with you guys in between all of the other things I do. So lots going on. I hope that I see you over in the Crafty Maven Facebook group. If you want information on me and Cheeky Studio and that sort of thing, you can look in the description bar or at the end of this video. I appreciate you watching. I will talk to you later. Ta-ta for now.